Here in this video, we are going to start chapter 2 of our business studies subject. The name of the chapter is Forms of Business Organization. Now, in this chapter, that is in Forms of Business Organization, we will be discussing about the 5 forms of business which we see in the private sector. The first one being sole proprietorship. Second, partnership. Third, joint Hindu family business or Hindu undivided family business. Cooperative society, and then joint stock company. Here in this video, we will discuss only about sole proprietorship. We will discuss the meaning of sole proprietorship, characteristics, merits, demerits, and suitability of sole proprietorship form of business. Now, what is the meaning of sole proprietorship? From the name itself, no, there are two terms. Sole means a single person, okay. Proprietorship means ownership. So a business which is owned by a single person will be known as sole proprietorship or sole trader. Now everything in this business will be managed, controlled by one single person. All the decisions are taken by the single person. He manages everything, okay. He brings in the capital, okay. No one else can. Then one man capital. All the capital will be introduced by the single owner. He will use all his resources to purchase or acquire fixed assets, to introduce the working capital. So he will try to manage from his own sources only. The proprietor may borrow from his relatives or financial institutions, but that will be a liability, loan. It will not be considered as capital. The capital will be contributed by the sole proprietor only. The next point is one man control. Now all the decision taking powers lies in the hands of sole proprietor only. He may consult or he may take help from others, but the last say will be his only. Whatever he decides will be followed in the sole proprietorship business. Unlimited liability. As I earlier said that this is one of the drawbacks of sole proprietorship, because the personal assets of the owner can be used to settle the liabilities of the business if the assets of business are not enough to repay the liabilities of business. Again I am repeating, okay, in other words, if the liabilities of the business are huge and the assets of business are not enough to settle the liabilities, then the personal assets of the owner, sole proprietor, can be used. So this is considered as one of the drawbacks of sole proprietorship, but it is an important characteristic also. Next point, less legal formalities. To start a sole proprietorship business, there are very few legal formalities, and in the same manner, to wind up also, the decision of the sole proprietor is final. With his decision, the business can be closed. Then we will discuss about the merits of sole proprietorship. See, the last point which we discussed in characteristics, it is easy to start a sole proprietorship business and to close down it. Okay, there are very few legal formalities required to start a sole proprietorship business. Like in case of cooperative societies, joint stock company, lot of legal statutory requirements are there. After completing these legal requirements, only the joint stock company or a cooperative society can start its business. But it is not the case in case of sole proprietorship. They can start with the decision of the person who wants to do the business. There may be certain formalities like taking license from the health department of government and the environment department, but these formalities are not as complex as in case of joint stock companies. Direct motivation. We have discussed that the profits belong to the sole proprietor only. No one will share the profits of the business. So the sole proprietor is motivated to work hard to because all his efforts will result in increase in the profits which he will take. No one else is going to share the profits. So more the profit, more the benefit for the sole proprietor. So the sole proprietor is having a direct link of his efforts and rewards. Quick decisions. Now see, there are not too many people who are going to take decisions. Only one person is there. So anyone who wants to consult will go to the sole proprietor and his words will be final. In case of joint stock company, there are many layers: top management, middle level, lower level management. So the decision taking process is lengthy and slow. But in case of sole proprietorship, only one person has to be consulted. So the decision taking process in sole proprietorship is fast, which helps it to take the advantages of opportunities. Better control. Now since all the powers lies in the hands of sole proprietor, there is no confusions, okay, or power struggle is not there. So business can be managed in a better manner. The next is maintenance of business secrets. Since all the decisions are with the sole proprietor, all the information is with him, there is no obligation or mandatory requirement to publish the accounts or other data. So all the secrets of business will be safe. Okay, there is no need to disclose the information to others. Then close personal relations. Generally, sole proprietorship is preferred where the customers are less, where personal attention is required. So in case of sole proprietorship, there is a very good relation or close relation between the owner and its customers or its stakeholders like creditors, suppliers. So one of the merits of sole proprietor is that there is a direct relation with customers, and there is a customers, suppliers of the owner. Now we will discuss the demerits of sole proprietorship. Limited capital. Okay, now since only one person contributes, there is limitations. Okay, in case of joint stock company, shares can be issued. In partners, there are more people who can contribute to the capital, but in case of sole proprietor, there is only one single person who manages the capital, or he uses his resources only to bring in the capital. So there is a insufficiency, or you can say there is less capital for the growth and development of business. Unlimited liability, we had already discussed that the personal assets of the business can be personal assets of the owner can be used to settle the liabilities of business in case the assets of business are insufficient. Lack of continuity, since all the decisions are taken by the sole proprietor, he manages everything, he is the owner. So if anything happens to the sole proprietor, that means he is unable to continue the business, he is not physically fit, or due to his death, the business will stop. Okay. Now next demerit is limited size. Now see, a single person have certain limitations, like in the management front. He may be good in finance, but he may not be good in managing persons. So workforce, so there may be some limitation to the business. Business will suffer because of the limitation of the sole proprietor. He may not be able to arrange sufficient funds for its growth and expansion, or he may not be good in the technology front to understand the latest technology, so he may not take a good decision for the best opportunity of business. So there is a limitation to the growth of business. The sole proprietorship business may not grow beyond a particular size. Okay, it may not no become a very big business. Then the last point, lack of managerial expertise. Now again, the sole proprietorship's drawback is that the sole proprietor may not be good in all the fields, but he may consult from others. But due to lack of finances, lack of capital or profits, the business may not be able to employ the expert people in the field of finance, in the field of production, in the field of marketing. So the business may suffer. Then the last heading, suitability of sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship form of business may be good for small businesses like grocery items, selling vegetables or fruits, stationery items, okay, or where customers require personal attention, like beauty parlor is there, okay, tailoring is there, where garments are stitched, okay, where less capital is required, okay, like again we discussed about the grocery business, no, like here see, almost everything will be discussed again and again. Okay, the feature is less capital is required, where more personal attention is required, okay, where the market is small, because in case of vegetable and all, you need fresh vegetables. So if your distribution network is too huge or lot of people are involved, wastage will be more, so profit will be less. Like Reliance started selling these vegetables, but if you go to their stores, you will find that lot of wastage is there. You don't get fresh vegetables there. But in case of a small vendor, you will find that he is paying personal attention to the safety, or keeping the vegetables fresh and all. So in case of selling grocery items, vegetables, sole proprietorship is better because of personal attention or personal involvement. And here the capital requirement is also less. Like tea stall, chai ki dukan is there, no, so many shops, and where manual skill, like I told you, hair cutting, tailoring. Okay, but nowadays in this tailoring business, a lot of big ready-made companies are coming, and they are gradually they have gradually reduced the scope of tailoring business and all. Okay, then repair shops, there also personal attention is required. So that's why you find so many repair shops are there, because customer is more satisfied talking to the owner and the person directly. In bigger shops, or like no companies, showrooms and all, there the personal attention needed by the customer is not there. So sole proprietor is suitable for small businesses where personal attention is required, less capital is required. Okay, and items which do not have a big market, they prefer sole proprietorship.